In today's video, we'll be talking about what you need to expect traveling to Jamaica during COVID-19. Welcome to Trending Travel. We will be discussing all you need to know about the rules, restrictions, and more. This video covers important Jamaican travel updates, so we encourage you to watch right through to the end. Also, please subscribe to our channel for more important updates. So, let's jump right in. Jamaica reopened to Jamaican nationals on June 1st, 2020 and to international travelers on June 15th, 2020. All persons traveling to Jamaica will need to apply for a travel authorization 5 days before arrival. Please note that the travel authorization will not be required to book your flight. However, travelers will not be allowed to check in or to board the aircraft without it. Travel authorization should be applied for online at visitjamaica.com. So you may be wondering, how long does it take to get the travel authorization? A response will be generated within 10 minutes of receipt of the submission, except for persons traveling from high-risk areas. For persons traveling from high-risk areas, the application for a travel authorization will be manually processed and may take up to 2 days for approval to be granted. You may also be wondering, how long is the travel authorization valid? The travel authorization is valid for 7 days, except for persons traveling from high-risk areas. For travelers from high-risk areas, the travel authorization is valid for 11 days. So, do you need to print your travel authorization? The travel authorization can be saved electronically on your phone or tablet, or it can be printed and presented with your travel documents. What if someone is denied approval for the travel authorization? If you are denied approval, you may reapply after 14 days. Now, starting July 15, all non-business travelers 12 years of age and older traveling from Arizona, Florida, New York, and Texas in the United States will be required to upload a negative COVID-19 PCR test result from an accredited medical lab. This requirement will remain in effect until July 31st. Please note that visitors from these high-risk U.S. states must produce test results within 10 days of their arrival date in order to obtain a travel authorization. The PCR test should be uploaded online at the visitjamaica.com portal. Please see the link in the description below. Now, according to Prime Minister Andrew Holness, a negative pretest does not mean automatic approval for landing in Jamaica. The outcome of other screening measures will also be considered. All other high-risk persons entering Jamaica will undergo a test for COVID-19. High-risk persons are those traveling from or through countries where there is high community transmission. Please note that this list of high-risk locations is subject to ongoing reassessment and could therefore change at any time. Considering all other requirements previously mentioned, all travelers arriving in Jamaica will go through a health screening, risk assessment, and sensitization by the health authorities. Health screening will include temperature checks, observation of symptoms, as well as a short interview with a health officer. The risk assessment will determine the applicable testing and quarantine measures based on 4 categories of travelers. The sensitization session will advise travelers of the various infection prevention protocols within Jamaica, such as the usual washing and sanitizing of hands, wearing face masks in public, social distancing, gathering restrictions, and curfew hours. Please consider that based on the assessment, some travelers may be required to make an appointment at one of the government testing labs. Travelers that require testing must stay home or at their local destination under quarantine orders until their test results are returned. It could take up to 48 hours to receive the results. If the test comes back negative, you will be allowed to move within Jamaica's resilient corridor while observing local COVID-19 protocols. However, if the test comes back positive, you will be placed in isolation at a location determined by the local health authorities. Business travelers whose stays usually last 4 days or fewer will be tested at the airport. Now, you may be wondering, what is the Jamaica Resilient Corridor? That's a very good question. The government has opened a COVID-19 Resilient Corridor. Visitors to Jamaica are required to remain within the Resilient Corridor, which is a specified geographical location within Jamaica designed for tourism purposes. The North Coast was first reopened to overseas visitors, and now, according to the Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett, a second phase of the Resilient Corridor that spans Jamaica's south coast is now open as well. Tourism visitors to Jamaica can stay at hotels, villas, or guest houses that are considered to be within the government's Resilient Corridor. These are basically the coastline areas of Jamaica. It is important to consider that returning Jamaicans and non-Jamaican residents staying outside of the Resilient Corridors will be required to register for a PCR test. During the PCR test screening, travelers from the high-risk group will be sent home on quarantine orders and will be required to visit the nearest health center to have the test done. The Jam COVID app is able to efficiently monitor those who will be placed in home quarantine. Interestingly, this app is useful to all Jamaican travelers. It is an easy-to-use and centralized source for Government of Jamaica COVID-19 information and services. The app can be downloaded from the Google Play Store. Please see the link in the description below. Like many other nations, Jamaica encourages the wearing of masks in public spaces, frequent use of sanitizers and hand washing stations, and social distancing. Visitors will be able to enjoy the beautiful island, visit local restaurants, bars, and beaches that operate COVID-compliant facilities. By July 21st, the attraction sector will also be reopened to all visitors. And of course, public beaches are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. From long sandy beaches to crystal clear water and secret coves, visitors will be able to have fun in the sun. So there you have it. If you decide to visit Jamaica, have fun. Remember, we want you to stay safe. Jamaica or other destinations could make travel changes or close their borders at any time. Please accept full responsibility to seek up-to-date information about all possible risks if you choose to travel before you make any bookings or other arrangements. Additional information can be found online at visitjamaica.com. Thanks for watching our video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more videos.